Being one of the most recognizable video game characters of all time means you get a lot of merch, and I mean a lot of merch. Some of it obviously makes sense. Toys, clothes, children's bed sheets, the usual suspects. But when it comes to everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, there are some total head scratchers out there. So let's take a look and go down the rabbit, or hedgehog, hole of some strange Sonic merch. So I'm sure everyone has eaten one of those Sonic popsicles. I know I've had my fair share of these bad boys, but have you ever had the Sonic branded G Fuel? Okay, well maybe you have, but what about the Knuckles flavored one, huh? Last year, frozen yogurt chain Menchie's introduced Sonic's vegan blue raspberry sorbet. I've actually had this one, it's actually really good, but for someone whose favorite food is chili dogs, I don't think they consulted with Sonic before making a vegan flavor in his name. Well, before you eat dessert, you need to eat your meal first, and while I'm sure everybody knows the infamous Sonic curry that's out there, today your dinner is consisting of Sonic branded pasta and meatballs. Now to me this just looks like SpaghettiOs, and I bet this was probably delicious back in 1991 when you had no responsibilities and you had all day to try to beat Marble Zone Act 2. Marble Zone Act 2. Okay, now you're probably thinking, well this is all kind of normal, it's not really that strange, but these products, they need to play it safe, they need to appeal to children, they need to be easily purchasable. But what if you're a huge Sonic fan and you desperately need to drink something that can give you the same otherworldly powers as Sonic? Well, maybe you can try Speed. I'm of course talking about the Speed Sonic energy drink. Now what this tastes like, I have absolutely no idea, nor do I want to learn what is in this drink, but the 2 5-star reviews on Google claim that you'll get Sonic's powers. Another person happened to spill broccoli juice, laughed, cried, had their head explode, spilled broccoli again, and then died. Parentheses, real life. Do with that information what you will. If all that speed has got you in a chomping mood, take a handful of some Sonic bubblegum. I love how it's just this army of lifeless Sonics all at a 45-degree angle, waiting to attack, waiting for the right moment to strike. Who do you think wins, the Sonic bubblegum army or the Sonic Superstars clone army? Did you know that to promote Sonic Forces, they had a collab with Hooters? Yeah, this was in Japan only, but what better way to promote your game than to do it with Hooters? It's got everything Sonic fans love and are totally familiar with. My absolute favorite part of all this is the fact that they had those Sonic Soap Shoes plushies over there. If you don't know, this is one of the most rare Sonic plushies because it's just not easily purchasable at all, and they were all just sitting at a Hooters in Japan to promote Sonic Forces. Yuji Naka was also there with his kids, and he's known for making good decisions recently. Get the family together for a fun night of Monopoly Gamer Sonic Edition, and when somebody inevitably buys Green Hill and cheats you out of $100, you can pull out your Sonic branded Nerf gun and shoot them in the face. Now Sonic is known for running fast, but unless you put the official Sonic Crocs into sport mode, you're not going anywhere with these bad boys. While you're getting all dressed up, do not forget the drip with Ice King's Sonic chains. You got variety here with Sonic, Tails, Amy, Eggman, Super Sonic. Of course there's a Shadow one. To complete the trifecta of making you look as unapproachable as possible, you can use the Sonic Lime Crime collaboration products. They've got everything here, hair dye, eyeliner, you name it, as long as it's hair dye or eyeliner. Did you know that in Sonic Frontiers, Sonic can fish with Big the Cat? Did you know that he used the official Igloo Sonic cooler to store his pile of speed drinks and vegan sorbet? This isn't actually all that weird. I kind of like the design too, but I don't know, a cooler? This just seems kind of strange. I can't say that the diagram of Sonic fans and those who are in need of a cooler is necessarily overlapping, you know? Now where there is an overlap, of course, is gaming. And consoles these days are so damn boring. It's either black or white. What if it had Sonic on it instead? That's what somebody over at Microsoft said in 2022, but the real genius here was the one who decided to skin both Sonic and Knuckles alive for the controllers. Now this was only a giveaway to coincide with the release of the movie back in April. I remember actually entering this giveaway and sadly I didn't win, but man, can you imagine playing any sort of game with that fuzzy controller? Speaking of the Sonic movie, Build-A-Bear also tried to get in on the Sonic hype by releasing, guess what? Build-A-Bears. This isn't awful, but why does he look so angry? Is it just me? He looks angry to me. The mouth says,
"Oh yeah! This is happening!"
The brow says,
"I found you!" faker!
They also released a Knuckles and Tails one, which look a lot better in my opinion. Lastly on this list, again, another Japan exclusive thing, but they had Sonic Adventure 1 themed Band-Aids. You had to be the coolest kid in 1998 with a Band-Aid with the Sonic Adventure 1 pose. I mean, come on. Unfortunately, the photos I could find are only these three, but who knows, there may be boxes of Sonic Adventure 1 themed Band-Aids out there. So if you didn't know, Sega had a theme park back in the 90s called, you guessed it, Sega World. It was in Sydney, Australia, and they also had one in London, but they were only open for about 3 years before the Sydney one got completely demolished in 2008. But this video itself isn't about the park. No, it's about the merch, baby. Here's Sonic with his big-ass jazz hands, staring you down. Or maybe these character hats, because they definitely did it better than Disney here. I'm honestly not even sure where to start with these plushies. Good God, look at Tails! Bringing one of these home just feels like the start of a horror movie, and I don't want to be a part of that. Would you care to drink out of Sonic? Well, you can, or could, at Sega World. You remember Sally Acorn? Well, she had a lot of merch at Sega World, including these, which, compared to whatever else they sold here, this seems fairly normal, but it's just so odd to see Sally prominently used in merch. I need to start with this charger. Who looked at this design, went, yep, that's great, and then mass produced it and shipped it all over the world? This is genuinely one of the most baffling products on this list to me, simply for the fact that there are a million different ways you can make a Sonic themed charging dock, and instead you chop half of him off so you can stick your phone in him. It's a baffling design, but I absolutely love it. These seem to be pretty popular. These are the bath ducks. I actually have the Sonic one, but there's more characters here than you'd think. Look at this thing, man. Look at this. What even is this? Well, I'll tell you, you are looking at the official Pop-Taters branded Sonic the Hedgehog Mr. Potato Head. Here's this weird balled up Sonic thing. Why you would buy this, I'm not sure, but it's out there for you to buy. Sonic bath bombs, because why not? Here's a cool one, a Sonic soundbox. This is a Sega Shop UK exclusive, but you're still thinking, what the heck is a soundbox? Well, it's a speaker, but you can also sit on it and store things in. And what better way to use your soundbox than to listen to the Sonic Dance Power CDs? Now there's a bunch of these, and they all feature Sonic on the cover, but it's not Sonic music on these CDs. In fact, the songs have nothing to do with Sonic at all. Instead, you just get blessed with this. Well, there's also a Sonic pizza cutter, and look, it looks like he's running on your pizza as you cut. Sonic perfume is also a thing if you didn't know. What it smells like, I have no clue. So there you have it. There is some truly baffling merch and collaborations in history involving this little blue hedgehog. Of course, I didn't cover everything, so if there's anything out there I might have missed, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I will see y'all in the next video.